Hey, Tom.
Hey, JC.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm okay. I'm not next to you anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. We're in two different places. We're still live on twitch.tv/cheatersneverpin this week. And everybody can see us. But
Everyone.
everyone. They can see everything we're doing. Everyone. All.
Yeah, I only did one because my other hand has to hold the phone because I didn't realize I was doing video today.
Oh, yeah. It explains your hair and such.
That's why you can, I don't know, I dressed how I did, I guess. I would have potentially worn wrestling merch. I don't know.
Yeah, I did a costume change before we started. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. I did not. I have a trophy shirt.
That's fair. It could be a future sponsor one day.
There.
That'd be great.
So this is the cold open we talk about.
Yep, this is our cold open, Tom, where we talk about the things we want to talk about on the show, like wrestling.
Because we did like a 20-minute cold open before this.
Yep. And it was real high energy and real exciting.
That was a lot of silence.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just like we've had watching WWE for the last 2 weeks. Tom, how much fun have you had watching WWE for the last 2 weeks?
As much fun as I did listening to you do sound checks as I looked for something to eat and hear myself chew.
Oh boy, this is going to be a fun show tonight.
This is going to be a great show.
Can't you tell how energized we are? Anyway, this is Cheaters Never Pin, and we're going to talk about wrestling and why we hate it this week. So, without any further ado, Tom.
Yes, Jason.
Can you ring that damn bell for me?
You're listening to the Cheaters Never Pin podcast, a proud part of the Section 328 network, bringing you all the best in wrestling from WWE, New Japan, and beyond. Now, live from ringside, it's Mr. Workrate and JC.
Bong.
Hello again.
What is beyond New Japan?
It's beyond wrestling up in Washington. I'm specifically referring one promotion.
Oh, okay.
Obviously. God, Tom.
So we're only allowed to talk about 3 promotions.
Get up on your northwestern United States indie territories. Jeez.
Buddy Rose died like decades ago.
It's true.
That's all I know about the Pacific Northwest.
Right. Well, we're glad you're here on the show, with the show. I'm glad Tom's on the show.
Yeah.
I'm JC. That's Tom. That guy right there. I'm going to point to the right side.
It depends on your perspective because right now it looks like you're pointing to where my hand is holding the phone.
Oh.
Because I'm on the right-hand side to me.
But that means I'm pointing to your hand, which is you. So that's a good thing.
Yes, but no one can see that.
That's true. This is very true. Can you tell how excited we are to talk about the absolute nothing that's happened in the last 2 weeks?
Because, yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Can you feel it?
At least we have pin mail.
Tom?
Wait.
Buddy?
What, JC?
No one sent pin mail. And maybe it's because we didn't ask until like 7 o'clock tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a genius.
Maybe people were looking forward to last week when we probably could have gotten something together, but schedules conflicted.
We would not have gotten pin mail together last week. And here's why. Because Backlash happened last week, Tom.
Yeah, Backlash made me kind of not want to talk about wrestling.
Is that, yeah. I like half paid attention to Raw, and then I totally missed SmackDown. And just was like, whatever. I need a week. I need a break.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point now where I'm not watching the product live at this point. Because at least with Raw, I haven't been able to watch either of the products live because Raw has been 3 hours, which I can't do 3 hours, man.
I know.
I don't know if I'm that old.
No, I'm with you.
But I can't do 3 hours straight of that. And then SmackDown. SmackDown is on a Tuesday, and no offense, that's my softball day. So I can't catch that necessarily live, so I'll catch that Wednesday morning And I end up getting highlights first to see what I should be watching and then kind of pick it up from there. So if something's just weak or whatever, I end up not watching that particular thing. So
you haven't watched anything the last 2 weeks. Speaking of weak,
well, I didn't necessarily want to admit that on the podcast, but
you can. That's what we're here for, Tom.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for listening. This has been Everything Sucks and Nothing is Good.
Ding, ding, ding.
So,
do I ring the bell at the end?
No.
Okay.
I don't think we did that last time.
Sorry, this is new. I
don't remember.
We need an outro.
I've still got the old music, the old outro music. It's still loaded in the soundboard. Because
we didn't have an outro.
No.
The last time we did this, we kind of just ended awkwardly and then ate Uncrustables.
Yeah, we toasted with Uncrustables. I still have some in the freezer. They're still there.
That's where they're supposed to be.
I'm saving them for when you get back in the studio.
Potentially next week.
Ooh. Teaser.
Potentially. I said potentially. It's like dealing with children. You tease the possibility without any actual belief that you're going to follow through on it.
Are you teasing me like that so I'll behave this week so then you'll want to come over?
Yes.
Okay. So Backlash happened. Miz and Seth Rollins had a hell of a match to start the show, and it was really, really exciting. And then everything sucked, and that's my review of Backlash, because I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's safely it. Be honest, I can't really remember that much more of it. I know I don't want to bring up some of the matches as to set off a JC rant.
What matches, Tom? I really don't know what you're referring to be honest.
The women's SmackDown title match.
I can't even. I don't even have a rant about it because it was so nonsensical, Tom.
It did. It didn't necessarily make sense, but
I don't even know why. Also, I like every injury spot we do now is a knee injury. Cool. That's original. Good work.
Well, knees get hurt a lot, JC. My knee hurts.
My knee hurts all the time too, but you'll see me
So we're doing video footage. So I when I have my softball injuries, I can actually show them on video.
Yeah. That's something everybody at home wants to see when they go to twitch.tv/cheaters_pin.
Maybe they do. You don't know.
Don't. I don't.
Have you done surveys? Have you done market research? No.
So I need you to write into pin mail this week, folks. #pinmail at cheaters_pin on Twitter. Do you want to see Tom's softball injuries? And now that I know that I've asked this question out loud, I'm going to lose this poll. And I've come to accept it.
I'm going to have to make them actually, look more impressive than sometimes they are.
Yeah. Are you going to start blading on stream?
Maybe.
Tom just falls over and then he comes back up. Full crimson mask. Interesting.
I think Wake County has a tendency to get angry if you bleed profusely during a softball game.
Well, now I kind of want to come to one of your games and just try to I want you to fall and then I'll come over and try to help you up. That's when I'll pass. I'll gig you. I'm on it.
Okay. Thanks, New Jack.
Gentle touch. You're welcome. And then you'll come up and everybody will be like, whoa. Like you slid head first in the home and you come up just bleeding.
He must have gone head first into the base on that one.
Boy, we're avoiding talking about wrestling, aren't we? This is weird.
We're kind of talking about wrestling without talking about wrestling.
Yeah. So that was Backlash. Everything sucked.
There was softball during it, I think. I don't know.
And then then Raw and SmackDown happened twice. And those were things.
Yeah. I'm actually paying money to see one of those shows in a couple of weeks.
Ooh, you and me both. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we go live for the parking lot before SmackDown.
We could do that.
That'd be fun. I could bring all the equipment out. We could have a live show. Our hundreds and hundreds of fans could come out to the East lot of the PNC Arena and
We could sign autographs.
We could. Merch table. I'll call
Merch
Virgil.
table.
No one go see Virgil, though.
No.
Obviously. Why would you?
We'll put someone through the merch table.
Ooh, sounds like fun. Yeah. So we'll be at SmackDown Live at the PNC Arena.
Have they announced anything for that? I know. Well, it's not a house show, so they don't usually announce matches for it. But...
Well, the commercial that's running says a double main event: Carmella versus Charlotte for the women's title, Shinsuke versus AJ new for the WWE title.
So much new and exciting content,
right? Because I'm really excited to watch Carmella just get one over on Charlotte for no apparent reason. And I'm really ready to watch AJ and Shinsuke punch each other in the nuts. Why, Tom? Why do you have a match to where the winner gets to pick a stipulation? Why is that? Why?
Because that's something you used to do hundreds of years ago.
So Cornette somewhere is like, God damn, that's fucking brilliant.
Next week, someone's going to get rolled out in a box.
Ooh.
It'll be a mystery box.
And they're instantly over.
The sheet over it. Sorry, I was distracted because I did not realize back in the mid-'80s when King Kong Bundy first came to the WWF, apparently he used to wear a Dracula cape to the ring.
Everyone should wear a cape. All the time. Capes are great.
Yes.
So, yeah, Shinsuke and AJ, how did they ruin this? Tom, tell me. My soul is so broken by WWE right now.
Because the long answer or short answer, I don't know. It depends on how far this goes. Is pay-per-view doesn't mean anything anymore. Television is everything.
And it's all guaranteed money.
So it's the goal to get the viewers on television. And it used to be you built the wrestling industry back in all the way up until about, the late 80s, early 90s was billed to house shows.
Right.
You watch the product on television, the angles developed on television, and then these guys actually got to fight in your hometown, buy the tickets live. When the house show business started to die down with the advent of pay-per-view, the pay-per-view became the thing that you sold towards. That's where you made your extra money, because people watching the free TV, they didn't necessarily make any money off the free TV. The house shows were there, but the big money was the pay-per-view. You sold, it drew 15, 20,000 people, or unless it's Mania, the really big show. And then all the pay-per-view revenue comes from that. Mm-hmm. Now you're not getting the pay-per-view revenue because of the network. So where's the money coming from? And if you see the report that I saw recently with NBC Universal's supposed bid towards Raw, it's the TV that's making the money. So they're throwing all these big quality matches on TV, trying to one-up itself. And we're not building to anything anymore.
But here's my thing. When you're not building to anything, I instantly just kind of check out mentally, hence the last 2 weeks. But if we're not building to anything, why do I care in the story? Why am I going to watch the TV? And then the ratings drop, and then that devalues the property.
And that's what they're running into. I mean, I hate to be the smark that sits there and puts the current WWE product against something like New Japan. But this is something that New Japan does the opposite of. Their house shows and the shows that are still being shown on like the New Japan World website, those are shows that their sole purpose is to build towards bigger cards.
Right.
And you're not necessarily giving something away. You would never see, I mean, as it stands right now, with the next big New Japan show title match is going to be Okada versus Kenny Omega 4.
Yeah.
God, this is WWE, Okada and Kenny Omega would fight every single week leading up to the show.
Yep. Constant schmazzes every week.
In New Japan, if you get that, if those two are going to be in the same ring at all, it's going to be in a 10-man tag team match, or in a best case scenario, a regular tag match. But the two are never truly going to cross paths. But
right,
that's what we're getting now. It's the advertisement. Tomorrow we're going to see these two main eventers in this ring at the same time. Everything becomes, and you're right, it does lose value because no title change is going to happen,
mm-hmm.
or it's for a stipulation, so who cares?
Right.
So the whole shock value is gone, and eventually it's going to kill itself out, and it will end up recycling again. They'll rebuild it, and I don't know, something will come out of it. But as it stands right now, we just have WWE seeing itself as having no competition. And I back that up for a second too, because it's not even like it's all of WWE, because look at NXT.
Right.
NXT isn't giving away the show each week, I guess, because NXT, well, one, they're doing tapings on top of tapings, so they're kind of doing 3-4 weeks in advance. But NXT only has an hour. So you're not having, you're having these little segments that are building to takeovers and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you're establishing characters and you're building a little bit, and because you only have that hour. Now we have 5 hours to fill every week, 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, where it seemed like we had this huge roster, and almost you don't. And maybe that's why they went with the cross-promotional pay-per-views, because we figure, okay, well, if we're doing the cross-promotional pay-per-view, then that's going to be our build, and the mid-card guys are going to be able to wrestle on SmackDown, on Raw. That's where we're going to see them, because we're not going to see them on pay-per-view.
Right.
But we're still giving away the main events in, I don't know, maybe it's going to take a little while before, as the cross-promotional pay-per-view start to take place. Maybe it'll take a few months. I don't know, but
we'll see.
Yeah,
it just everything.
It's not working right now.
No, everything feels kind of weird and out of place.
Yeah.
And that's our review of WWE right now, because I don't even want to bring up the fact that Nia Jax just, walked up to Ronda Rousey and said, "Hey, you want to have a title match?" And Ronda went, "Okay, but are we still friends?" And Nia was like, "Of course we're friends. That's why I gave you a title match." The end.
Yay. I'm sure there was handwritten correspondence beforehand.
Dear Ronda, it has been a fortnight since we last corresponded.
With feathered quills. And...
Now I need a series of vignettes of Nia Jax writing letters in like a Victorian gown, like with the window open in the draft.
And Alexa Bliss intercepts them and like spits gum in them and then seals them back up. She's a heel.
God damn. I have so many problems with this, but there's no way to fix it other than not having Ronda Rousey in the territory.
So the justification that I had read was they wanted to put her on the card.
Good, because
they're not going to put her in Money in the Bank, because no. Ronda Rousey's not doing a ladder match. Thank you very much.
Nope. Certainly not.
But they want to use her, so outside of her doing another squash, what are they going to do? There was no, and this has gone back again, but there's no planning.
No. So I was listening to Meltzer yesterday or Monday night or whatever it was, And he had a very good point about like, yeah, this is a really terrible decision, but the only real out they have here is Stephanie somehow gets involved, costs Ronda her chance. I'm like, okay, cool.
Because you can't even heal it up because Nia's a face and Ronda's a face.
Exactly.
So,
well, Meltzer was saying, well, they could, Stephanie could somehow get Nia on her side, and this would turn Nia, and then you could have the proper Ronda Nia feud, face heel, and then when she takes the strap off of her, it works.
So Nia is the female Big Show, where she's just going to go face heel every month and a half.
Yeah, I can see that being the case.
I can see that happening too. I mean,
yeah, it's not even shocking to say that out loud. It's like, okay, of course.
They're big, of course. Their emotions run the gambit.
Oh, God. So that's WWE.
Now, see, if we wrestled in Saudi Arabia all the time, we wouldn't have these problems.
We're moving the whole territory is what we're doing. I mean, dude.
So I was watching Table for Three last night.
Which one?
The people getting hit in the head with guitars episode with Jeff Jarrett and Elias and Road Dogg.
Okay.
And one of the things that they let slip in that was, and I was half watching it, so it didn't necessarily pay. I wasn't paying that much attention, so I don't know how they got there, but it was revealed in that segment that AJ Styles' theme song, which
I read this article today,
was so symbolic and seemingly fit him perfectly, was not originally for him.
Right.
It was for long tenured NXT star James Storm.
Well, Bobby Roode's theme song, not originally made for Bobby Roode.
Right.
That was originally supposed to be Shinsuke's theme until he was like, no, that's terrible for me.
And of course, Shinsuke's theme originally for the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, yeah. Honky Tonk Man's theme originally for Yokozuna.
And Yokozuna's theme is every single Japanese person ever.
There you go. Perfect. We've come full circle. I'll show Shinsuke's theme.
And it's wrestling, so it's every Japanese person ever, every Chinese person ever, every Korean person ever.
Right. Any folks of East Asian descent?
Sometimes not even.
Could be a
Sometimes
guy. Could be a guy from Canada.
Maybe you're Hawaiian.
Yeah, true. Could be a guy from Canada who just kind of looks Asian.
Are the lights bright? Because if the lights are too bright, we could sell you as Asian.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to 1970s wrestling booking.
Oh, Tom, turn up the lights, Tommy.
And worst comes to worst, stick him in a mask.
Yep.
Works for Paul Diamond. And Al Snow.
Yeah. Rey
Those are the
Mysterio.
ones I can think of right now.
Then stuck Rey back in his mask. Well,
But Ray's eyes are completely different. He's kind of undead, I think.
yeah. So let's talk about cheerier things. We'll wrap this show up because this is such a high energy listen that everyone has wrecked their.
We're so sorry.
Yeah, Everyone's going to be real excited when 40 is shut down because we've helped 10 people wreck their cars from falling asleep on a Thursday morning. You're welcome.
Warn Derek ahead of time.
I think he's been watching. I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Camden. I forgot where I was going. Let's talk about All In. Cheerier things.
Okay, there we go.
Arguably the biggest indie show in United States history, yes.
Yeah.
10,000 seat Sears Center. The Sears Center in Chicago sells out in 29 minutes. Cool.
That's hella impressive.
Yeah, I'm proud of them. And then what kills me is that people are bitching, but scalpers bought tickets. That's not fair. They're trying to screw us. I'm like, yes, clearly Cody and the Young Bucks designed it that way. Clearly.
Yes.
Including the argument I saw online where people were like, well, they shouldn't have set the prices so low. It's like, what?
Damn them.
Damn them for trying to make an accessible wrestling product. Like, really?
Damn them for trying to sell 10,000 tickets.
Right. And I mean, they weren't like super. You can go see WWE for cheaper than you can go to All In. You know, a house show ticket for WWE is $15 baseline.
Yeah, I mean, Lord knows those are the tickets I buy.
Yeah. Tom, I had to get better SmackDown seats so I can get our Cheaters Never Pin sign on TV.
Well, just as long as you piss off whoever's behind you.
That's the plan. Maybe I should buy the seat behind me, too. That way I'm supposed to put my signs. No? Okay.
Maybe.
Let's see. So All In. Congrats to Cody and the Bucks and Kenny and everyone who's organizing it. And the giant.
I mean, it really is impressive just for the fact that, I mean, Ring of Honor can't pull it. Well, this is really a Ring of Honor show, basically, kind of. But I mean, that's where a decent amount of the talent's going to come from. Both there, New Japan, and those are the top promotions pretty much that are operating now, or at least could operate independently in the United States outside of WWE's jurisdiction.
True.
We've seen some of the people that have been announced for it.
Lots of them.
But again, this is going in with no card. I don't think we have any matches set. We just know that certain people.
They did announce Cody's match at the press conference before tickets went on sale. It was him and somebody where I was like, that's unimpressive.
Oh, it wasn't. I didn't think it was necessarily Cody's match. Cody, I thought, was wrestling for the NWA World title.
Oh, was that it? Okay, never mind.
But
maybe I
whoever
misunderstood.
Is NWA World Champion, because we've got Billy Corgan involved. So
right.
Have you seen that picture of Billy Corgan and like the Bucks?
No.
And he's got his fedora on, and he looks like he's like, I don't know. He kind of looks like the bad guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
No, I missed this. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do a search on Reddit.
Okay.
I think it's on there.
I think that's all the wrestling news for this week.
Yeah, we're really.
I mean, Money in the Bank's coming up. That's exciting. I like Money in the Bank. We've got almost all the competitors.
Because there's a few Money in the Bank matches. We've got a women's Money in the Bank match. Isn't there a Money in the Bank? Is there a Money in the Bank tag match?
No.
Or am I just confused because they had a tag team match or something like that where
they had a tag team match where
New Day won, and one of the members of the New Day will be in the match.
That's it. Exactly that, because that makes sense.
So it's Kofi, right?
I mean, I would assume. Unless Big E's going to suicide dive off a ladder.
Don't say it because he will.
I know. I want to see it.
I don't. Bothers me when he does that freaking dive through the ropes
tope?
as it is.
Jesus, yeah. Well, at least Raw and SmackDown will be stateside again this week. So, right? Are they? Yes.
I think so.
Yeah. So Raw and SmackDown will be stateside, so at least we won't know what happened 6 hours before. So at least it'll be a little more interesting. I think that's part of the reason I'm so out of it this week is I was like, I knew what happened before I watched it.
I managed to avoid spoilers, and then I didn't look for them.
I specifically went and looked for them because I was like, I bet nothing happened. And I looked at it and I was like, cool, nothing happened. Roman killed Jinder a whole bunch. That was about it.
That's going to be the way to get him over, right?
Have him kill Jinder? Everybody's like, I just don't care.
Let's find somebody else that everyone hates, and then we'll have Roman beat him up. And then people cheer Jinder.
I don't even know who you have Roman beat up in that case. Who was more hated than Roman? For real. Who could you honestly pull that storyline off with?
The Davari brothers in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Let's see. Who else could you? God, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say, like, again, bring. I don't know why I'm mentioning Honky Tonk Man twice in the same show, but like,
Jesus.
if you could have brought Honky Tonk Man like circa 1987 back,
Right.
people would still boo Roman.
Jesus. WWE apparently assigned a bunch of UK talent in the face of ITV getting ready to film World of Sport again. The two we know of for sure that were both on 205 Live this week, Flash Morgan Webster, yay, and Kenny Williams, yay. So that's cool.
Yeah, the Flash dude, I don't know that much about him, but I saw him on 205, and he seems
I love
different.
Him. He's so great. The whole mod gimmick is so cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
How many weeks before they've got him going, yeah, baby, I'll behave.
No, because Vince isn't running 205 Live. So.
God damn it.
Give me back my show, Paul. Cool. So
Get me the black girl from that one movie. And the little guy.
He makes me laugh. Oh. Have you seen the new Camp WWE?
I have not. I saw
bad Vince impressions
available.
Yeah, it's good. It's still funny.
I thought that it was. I mean, people kind of criticize it a little bit, but people like to hate things.
Yeah,
it's good for what it is.
I go into every episode with no expectations, and I'm like, I was entertained for half an hour. That's all that matters.
Like half of it's just kind of there, and then they'll throw in some kind of reference, and you're like, oh,
yeah. I'm excited for when we get to meet Quad H this season. You know, Triple H's father, played by Triple H. So that's fun. Yeah. Anything else, Tom? I think we covered our checklist we ran down in the pre-show of, boy, we have nothing to talk about. So here, let's just hit these points.
Yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think anyone died recently, so.
Nope. No, we don't do the 10 count, so it doesn't matter.
At this point, we kind of take anything.
Death would be a sweet release from WWE. Insert Owen Hart joke. So, anyway. I just need to see that look on your face. Oh, man. Anyway, let's end this show before I offend everyone. Tom, tell the people where they can find you on the internet.
Go to the Twitter machine at Mr. Workrate, at MR Workrate. Don't go anywhere else, and do not mention Owen Hart in that light again.
You can find me on the internet at JCBobbitt, JCBOBBITT. I will be mentioning Owen Hart in every tweet.
Blocked, banned, reported.
You can find the show on Twitter at CheatersMVRPin. You can go to our Twitch channel where the show gets archived, twitch.tv/CheatersMVRPin. Rate, review, subscribe, give us 5 stars, sub on Twitch, or not sub because we ain't that fancy yet. Follow us on Twitch. I think that does it.
Yeah.
Look, Tom, do you hear it?
I hear it.
It's just for you, buddy. A little background music. So now we're going to get out of here. On to bigger and better and brighter things next week.
Yes.
So for another episode of Cheaters Never Pin, I'm JC.
I'm Tom.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.